Stop it.
Do it.
Hang on, we're live. Did you say it's too late?
I said it's too late.
No. Hello, hang on, everyone. I am getting organized and making sure everything looks okay. Does everything look okay? We are live. Hi, but we're going to wait. Let's see. It's not even like 4 o'clock yet. Settle down. We're just going to wait. I'm going to vamp for a minute while people get in the chat. You better.
I'm turning it off. Yes, I'm turning it down.
I have help tonight, and he's already being a problem.
What?
Zadel's here. Hey. Waiting on people to get here in the chat. I haven't even done the hellos yet. Haven't even done. Oh, but it's 4 o'clock. So, I should say, if you're watching this on the playback, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching me in the future, I'm sorry you missed us live. It's at this point, it's the last Sunday of every month at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you are welcome to watch the whole thing. I like to think I'm entertaining. So like maybe you could watch anyway. So, but for everyone else who's coming in and watching live, hi, I'm Michelle. This is Unicorn and Centaur, and this is our live stream. We used to do these every week. Actually, when we first started, I did them twice a month, I think. And then we went up to weekly, and now we're at once a month. We're just going to see what we like. That's how we're living our lives. Hang on. I have my notes today in my Unicorn notebook. This is my Unicorn notebook. I don't have like a big planner, or I don't do things online or have an online or a phone app or something. I write everything down with a pencil and paper because I'm weird. Hi. Oh, Autism Centaur is here. Hello. Hello. You look tired. No offense. No offense taken. I was out at the barn today and I was hanging out with my horses, but I'm not tired. I feel great. So let me do first of all, while people are coming into the chat, I want to start off by doing my shout outs. I want to say hello. Taylor's here and Madeline Kate is here. Hello and welcome to the end of the month live stream. I'm about to do my shout outs and we're going to talk about what happened to channel memberships and that kind of thing. January was a month, y'all. Our format today, this is different than we ever have really done this before. So, first of all, we're going to do I'm going to do an intro. We're going to do our shout outs. We're going to do updates and announcements. And then I want to talk about what happened for us extra equestrians in January, because we had a couple things happen and it was cool. And then I want to talk about where we're going for February. And I want to check in with you guys too. What are the projects that you are working on? How are things going? And, what are your goals coming up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to check in with you guys. Then, let's see what else. We do have a couple things I want to chat about in terms of the community itself, in the extra equestrians group in particular. And then I want to talk about a topic briefly. I think since we're only doing this once a month, I want to have a little bit of a topic discussion. And there have been several posts online I've seen recently about people losing their love for riding or losing their love for horses. So today in our little topic section of our live stream, I want to just kind of briefly touch on what happens when you lose your love for horses or riding. What happens when it's not there? What happens when you don't want to go to the barn? Some of us may never have been there. Some of us may have experienced it before, but let's talk about it, because it's one of those kind of shameful things as an equestrian. If you have been a hardcore equestrian and you get to one of those places where you lose your love for it, it's kind of devastating and embarrassing. So anyway, we're going to touch on that when we do a topic. And then, of course, we're going to do a giveaway. Before I show you guys what we're going to do for a giveaway, let me do my channel shout outs. My now former channel members, which I don't have channel memberships anymore. The YouTube gods giveth and the YouTube gods taketh away. I will also get into that in just a minute. The channel is no longer monetized, at least at this moment, hoping that's temporary. I'll tell you all about it. So, moment of silence for the former channel members, Blue Raven Farms. Oh, it's so sad for the last channel member shout out. My friends Kimmy and Sheila and Genevieve, the safety lady at Savannah Bee, and then Nikki, and of course Jungle Zadel, who is here in the chat, and Becca Boo, who is one of our moderators. Which, oh, by the way, now we have another moderator. Can you do a comment? Is it letting you comment?
I do.
I have a helper tonight in case I go offline, and so I can keep up with the chat. Oh, Trisha's here. Hello from the snowy land of, is that Pennsylvania? Oh my gosh. So yes, channel members. And while I'm at it, let me, let's do the giveaways first, and then we'll talk what happened to channel memberships. One of the things I want to give away at the end of tonight is an extra Equestrians t-shirt. I wasn't wearing it today, so I could just like hold it up and show you guys. There we go. I'm also going to give away one of my unicorn coffee cozies. And I have, if you go to my Etsy shop, there's a link in the description box. There's a whole bunch of them. And they're like each one is different. So there's like 20 listings because I'm weird. I couldn't make them all the same. But it's a coffee cozy that goes around your takeout coffee cup, so that you don't burn your hand. And it's a reusable one. So you can like say, oh, I don't need a paper sleeve. I've got my unicorn coffee cozy. And you like keep it in your car for when you go to Starbucks or of course your local coffee shop. Support local, but they're all different. See, here is a lavender one with a little like cartoony lavender unicorn. Let's see. Oh, I love this one. This one has like, these were like fake My Little Pony buttons that I found at Joann Fabric. So like they look like My Little Pony, but they're not My Little Pony. So this was like the raspberry colored one, the little Pegasus. So I have like a ton. Look at all my little colors that I have. So one of those, whoever wins the coffee cozy giveaway can choose whichever one you want. And you can see all of them. Like I don't have to sit here and show you which one. You want this one? Do you want this one? Do you want this one? You can go check them out on my Etsy store. Tell me which one you want, and I'll take it down off Etsy and send it to you because that's how that works. And the last giveaway, I'm kind of excited about this. I made a purchase last month when I still had an extra $25, and I got an OPAWS $25 gift certificate, an online gift certificate. So the only products I have right now are these hair pastes that I have not tried yet. So these are like temporary washout hair colors. And OPAWS, if you don't know them, you can go to opawz.com, OPAWZ. I still am an affiliate for them, but I don't think I make them any money. So they may kick me off the affiliate program at any moment. But if you want, did you figure out if you could leave a comment or did you? Oh yeah, you are the door to my realm. That's our other mod. That's Scott.
Hello.
So, I voluntold him to help today. And so I thought like for kindness, he doesn't have to be like an on-camera personality. He can be like my off-camera Ed McMahon. Kids, ask your grandmother who Ed McMahon is. I don't have time to explain. So, yeah, I'm not a unicorn, but I still have magic. There you are. Going to be doing Centaur talks again or can't because of lockdown. I will be doing Centaur videos again. Sunny has a vet appointment this month in about 2 to 3 weeks and will be evaluated by the vet. And I think I'm going to be able to start riding him again, but I'm not sure. Fingers crossed, everybody. I forgot. Last night was so crazy. I forgot to show you the picture. Autism Centaur drew a picture of us both as centaurs. Oh my God. And I told her I was going to show you after work last night and I forgot. Everything was so nutty. So I will show him. So it's beautiful, this art. So hello, everybody. Oh, wait, hang on. I've got my Unicorn and Centaur mug, and it's ginger tea today. So hold on, y'all. I don't need this whole tea bag. Who needs that? Why is that happening?
Today's horse herb is ginger.
Ginger. There is a horse named Ginger out at Chimney Field. Where my horses are. She's Sunny's girlfriend. She's a little Morgan, and she's a Morgan.
That's funny.
There you go.
And it was all full circle.
I've got a green cacao tea today. Oh, that sounds good. I'm trying to start forging stuff for people to buy. That's awesome. I think like to sell to the public, like I think you can sell through Instagram or I don't know. Gosh, start your own Etsy store, Jungle Zadel Etsy. Okay, let's talk about what happened to channel monetization. Y'all, I didn't even know this had happened, but I started getting messages from my channel members saying, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And they're like, because I got a weird email today that I'm not a channel member anymore. And I'm like, oh no, brand new panic attack to happen. Like, what is going on? So for those of you who have not had a YouTube channel monetized, your payments go through Google. You have to have like a Google AdSense account. And there are all these verification steps that take weeks to happen. This was like back when all this started happening in September. I'm like, okay, this is gonna take a while for this all to happen. And I knew it was gonna. So there's all these verifications. They have to verify your identity on all these different devices. And they have to verify your bank, which takes so many days. And they have to verify all the other details. And the last thing they were like, okay, now to get your paycheck. Then once you reach a threshold, then I had to wait until I got to $100 because that was the payment threshold. They won't pay you until you get to 100. So once I reached, and it took me like 3 months to get there. So once I reached that payment threshold, which was like just right before Christmas, I think, I got another like message from them saying, okay, the final verification step so we can send you checks is that you have to enter a pin that we're going to mail to you to your physical address. So we've mailed you this pin. When you get it in the mail, enter it. Guess who never got it in the mail? So after a couple weeks, I start panicking. I go back to look and they have an option to resend it. I have done that 5 times now because I've never received this thing for the pin. And so I keep thinking that it's going to happen. I keep looking for a place to like get help or feedback. There's nobody that I've been able to find. So long story short, too late. So I didn't know they were going to shut off channel monetization. I thought I would have time to just get this sorted out. And then no, that was it. So there's no more channel monetization. I think whatever I've got is happening, but after that, no, they're like, no more. So they shut off all the channel memberships. They shut down all the ads and everything. And that is all like, and then weren't even like, bye. I had to look through my emails for this. It wasn't even like obvious, like, hey, you're about to lose channel monetization. I had to get an email from a friend. Are you okay?
Wow.
So that was like the long story. And it is complicated. And I think it's to discourage people because I mean, YouTube obviously doesn't want like me earning the money. Well, I guess they would. They earn money off of it too.
Mhm.
Like if I earn money, they earn money. But maybe my channel's just too small for them to care. They're like, look, ma'am, if you can't jump through all our hoops, then it can't happen. So to all my channel members, I am so sorry that we had to cut it off so short. I was having fun, like doing the extra videos and the extra community tab posts for you guys. If you are interested in still supporting the channel financially, we could just move all that over to Patreon. I have a Patreon. I have 9 patrons so far. Actually, I think as of this month, I have 8 Patreon supporters. So they're like kind of the same pay level. There's a $1 level, $5 level, and a $10 level. And I think there are actually more perks over on Patreon. So there is a link down in the description box below here. So if you want to join the patrons, the $1 level gets your name in the credits of all my videos and a shout out in all the live streams, just like we were doing here. So if you want to just like pay in $1 a month there. But the $5 level, you get, I post my videos 1 day early for the Patreon people. And I also do a separate blooper reel, like an outtakes video, at least once a month, which I dropped that one today in the Patreon, on the Patreon page. So there's extras. So that's the $5 a month. So that's like buying me a cup of coffee once a month, except you get videos ahead of time and extra videos of Artax pooping. He ruins every take with that, I swear. Today, somebody, I know, I was out of the barn today. Somebody next door was shooting guns and it was upsetting all the horses because it doesn't happen that often, even though it is way out in the country. So we heard gunshots and it got Artax all riled up. He stress pooped 5 times. 5 times. So each time it's like 3 little green apples. So it wasn't like giant piles, but like, and I'd go and I'd scrape it and I'd scoop it up and I'd got a clean barn aisle now. 30 seconds later, bam, 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 plop, plop, plop. He's never going to be a parade horse. That's so bad. Lauren's here. Hey. Okay. What is next on our list? Let's see. I showed y'all what we're going to do for our giveaways. The next giveaway is going to be February. So I already have a giveaway for that too. I'm very excited about that one. And so, yeah, I already have today's, obviously I have today's giveaway happening. But I also have next month's going on as well. Did Patreon. Let's talk about what has been happening in let's talk about what's happened in January for the extra equestrians. For our Australian friends, the summer wildfires are happening. This happens every year in Australia. Some years they are worse than others. Like last year was one of the most devastating seasons, I think. And I think after this live stream, I want to go into the extra equestrians group and check on a couple of resources that you can follow online. Excuse me, there's one Facebook group called Buy a Bale, I think, that you can pay into, and the money goes to people who are affected by the wildfires who need hay for their horses. It buys hay for people who have been displaced, I think. Please don't let me forget that. And then there was another one to share. If you are one of my Australian viewers, first of all, good morning. It's very early where you are. But if you would like to drop a link to a resource to help with equestrians in Australia who are affected by the wildfires, that would be great because 'tis the season. Ooh, hang on. I think I need another sip of my ginger tea. I need to calm down. I'm like going 100 miles an hour. Settle down, Michelle. Settle down. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Plaid Horse article that was about the extra equestrians. Who read that? Let me know. I know some of y'all are in the extra equestrians group. We got like a couple hundred new members from that post. That's where we're going next. By the way, I'm so bad at shouting out my own merch. Again, go to my Etsy store if you were like your very own Unicorn and Centaur mug. Also, here's my them quit being extra me. Ta-da!
Are you telling yourself
Never.
quit being extra right now, or how?
No, I'm showing off my merch. Y'all, I think it was yesterday, I ended up wearing, like I didn't have any of my merch on and I felt weird because I've even got, this is the extra equestrians hoodie that I've got on. I almost always have one of my t-shirts on anywhere I go. And sometimes people ask me about it and I'm like, oh, go visit my Etsy store. So if people are like, I love your shirt. So yeah, the other day I had on like a plain black shirt and then my plain like workout jacket. And I was like, oh. How ordinary. About to let it go insane doing this video. You mean a video that you're working on, Autism Centaur? I want to talk about everybody's projects, what's going on, but I want to talk about first the Plaid Horse article. If you haven't read it, I think it's theplaidhorse.com. One of our members, I want to say Noah Leibson, I think that's the author. NOA is the first name of the author of the article, but did a write-up on extra equestrians. And it was all about matchy and bling and unicorns and costumes and just all about how equestrians like us are popping up more and more, or that they're noticing that there are more equestrians who want to break free from the constraints, the creative constraints of traditional equestrian disciplines. Like there's nothing wrong with hunters or, or dressage or, Western pleasure, nothing wrong with any of this, but, you're not allowed to put a unicorn horn on your horse in any of these. Like, I think that disqualifies you in most of these shows. Like there are some classes that you can attend at shows that like the color of your breeches matters and the kind of boots you wear matters and the kind of tack you have on your horse, and you can't have rhinestones and you can't have color. And like if you're someone like me, the idea of wearing like a navy coat and like that's flashy. I remember, okay, back in the 80s, when I lived in Germany, I went to a German dressage riding school, and there was a very strict uniform. They said that I had to go get boots. So I got the tall boots, and I had to wear breeches, and they had to be light tan. They said, you can also wear gray, but everyone wears tan. And so I didn't want to I don't like the light tan breeches. I don't like them. I just have never liked tan breeches. So I got gray breeches, and I was the only person in the entire German dressage school with gray breeches. Everyone else had like the exact shade of tan breeches. And they all looked at me like I was weird. Like I was like flashy and crazy in these gray breeches. And I was like, like I was wild. They couldn't believe it. Like, what is she wearing? And I'm like, y'all did say this was allowed. I felt like if you've seen Office Space, the pieces of flair, right? Like I'm doing it right, right? And they're still like, yeah, but you're not. Like, but technically you said I could.
These are breaches of protocol.
Breaches of
Protocol.
stop. So, yeah, but there are, so the Plaid Horse article sort of addressed that there are maybe a lot of us, maybe more people than they realize. And I think the article also mentioned that there are now, a lot of the markets are noticing it, that there are larger companies that are willing to make a unicorn print something or a pink glitter something or this with with rhinestones, you know. Like you can find occasionally extra things on Chick Sadlery or State Line Tack or Jeffers or any of the like, you know, Tractor Supply, the mainstream equestrian websites. If you look, you can find some of the extra stuff. A lot of times it's in the kids section, which is annoying. I've ordered stuff before thinking it's going to be so cool, like a glitter thing or a purple thing or whatever. And when I get it, it's child sized. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I bought a child. Do y'all know how often I bought a child's thing, not knowing it's a child's thing, and then I get it, and I'm like, of course, no other grown-up wanted this. But I think there are grown-ups that want it. That's what the Plaid Horse article was about.
We're being overwhelmed.
You're not wearing tailored sportsman's.
Coke Forge.
Will you do, Monterossi says, will you do a meet and greet in the future? I would love to, but I'm like in Savannah, Georgia. I'm not near anything. I'm not near anything. Good evening from Britain. Oh, hello. January sucks here. The radiators. I miss radiators. We don't really have radiators in the US, but I remember in Europe, like, oh, the radiators are so good. And like laying wet clothes over them to dry them and just the heat that radiates out of them. Radiates because they're radiators. I miss a good British radiator. Might have a nap soon.
Has to be British.
I don't know. I guess it could be German.
Is it the accent?
I don't know. Gonna have a nap. Can't wait for my morning assignments tomorrow. Thank you for joining us, Annie. Barrel racers get to be more extra. Yes, there are some disciplines where you get to add a little bit of extra this and that, and everyone like me. Why have you dyed your hair blue? Because I like it. Looks rather pathetic. I'm sorry you don't like it. Hey, she can do anything she wants. Aw, thank you, Annie. I feel like you see radiators in old buildings up north. Maybe. Maybe. All right.
Like a good Chicago radiator.
I know we didn't have radiators in Chicago, did we?
What we have? I
Did
thought
we?
we did. I seem to
If they
recall
were
some
actual radiators, I would have lost my mind. I would think I would remember that. Oh my God, am I old enough that I like can't remember stuff? Oh no. Oh no.
Or am I old enough that I'm making it up in my head?
Scott could be making it up. Okay, so I thought that was good. That was more exposure for our extra equestrians. That was more press for us, I suppose. I don't think like there's probably not millions and millions and millions of extra equestrians in the world, but I think there's enough of us to create a community to, you know, to be here online, to have our own little corners of the internet, so our own spaces online that we curate, like my YouTube channel and the Extra Equestrians group. That doesn't have to be the be all and end all of Extra Equestrians. I mean, hopefully there's space to grow and move and, you know, and branch out. And I would like to see our influence like sort of seeping into all the disciplines. I want like if somebody shows up in a trailer painted with unicorns and pulls out their horse with like a sparkly, everything has got glitter on it and whatever, and the horse has a unicorn horn on its fly bonnet. I want them to not be like staring like they've never seen it before. I want people to go, oh, it's one of the extra equestrians. Okay. I want us to be a thing that I want that all the equestrians have heard of, not just that's a what? They're like, what? Oh, Zadel, wait, you were talking about your plans. Join Forged and Fire. I don't know that. Zadel's working on setting up Coke Forge, fixing tractor, fixing army truck. I need you closer to my life.
What's a Coke Forge?
That's like, he's a farrier.
Oh.
So it's a forge that uses Coke as fuel, right? Is that right? Did I get it right? Got to stop trying to stop myself. Hey, sleep schedules are important. If you need to hold on to a sleep schedule, I do not want to be the person that knocks you off a self-care routine. I don't want to be that person. Who needs radiators when you have a cat with no understanding of personal space, right? I'm surprised we haven't had an appearance by Cherry Blossom over here. Trish says Western Dressage Association just dropped their no bling rule. Ooh, now I need to find a nice blingy Western bridle. That's one thing I need to explore a little bit on the channel too is Western makers. I really this year am going to be researching into a lot of these small companies and small makers because I really feel like it's important for us to know and not just like people who can. A lot of us can make this stuff, but like I don't make things on a consistent basis with a quality that is like worthy of putting on the internet for hundreds of dollars. But there are people who have specialties and there are people who put out product and they make sales and they're doing their thing. And I really want to find those productive makers, those motivated equestrians, and really sort of support those people this year. I feel like those are one of the backbones. Do we have several backbones of the extra equestrians community? Is good quality makers, like talented people who also put out good product and have good customer service, right? I don't know. I hope I'm not alone on that. Also small companies, like people who have built up something and have like a company with employees and, a website and they're doing okay for themselves, but they're not Dover Sadlery, Okay, so we talked about that. Let's talk about what's coming up in February for all of us real briefly. Two topics. Which one do I want to handle first? Let's talk about briefly. This is about the Facebook group Extra Equestrians. So first of all, I'm going to be looking for 1 or 2 moderators for the group because as it gets bigger, there's just more stuff to do. And if you're in the chat and if you're a regular in the group, and you would like to be a moderator, you can let me know, like send me a message. It's not, if you've been in the group for a while, it's not like a typical Facebook group where we like blame and shame and get mad at people and cause drama. Usually the thing I do the most is delete comments. And maybe once a day, I'll have to delete a comment because somebody said something ugly or was like, ugh, this bridle's ugly, or this is not my thing. I don't know why people buy stuff like this. Like that doesn't ask to add to the conversation. Nobody asked you. It's against the group rules. And I just delete the comment. I don't even want to make it a thing on the OP's post. Do you know what I mean? So that's usually what I do. And maybe once a day I'll have a comment to delete. Sometimes people get ugly. And when people do get ugly, like sometimes it's because someone's new and doesn't really know the rules and you can sort of talk them down politely. But sometimes people are showing their butts and you can tell that they're not a good fit for the group, in which case we do things like muting and kicking people out of the group and things like that. But honestly, I don't kick people out of the group even once a week. There's not a lot of drama in the group. The people who have been in the group for a while are so good at maintaining the positive atmosphere and to sort of guide the new people that I honestly don't have to deal with much. But I would like to have another moderator just to sort of babysit some of the conversations a little bit, and just to make sure that people are, people are being cool, because I can't watch every conversation. I can't follow every single comment. And I just want to make sure that the group vibe stays good. Too many negative comments on a person's post is going to make them not want to post again. So anyway, that's kind of what being a moderator is going to be about. But I'm going to make a post about the group, but I thought this is the first time I've mentioned it publicly. So that's for all y'all. You're going to talk about what happened on Facebook when I showed that picture of that white horse? People weren't laughing at you. People were just laughing that you could see the horse's private parts, which, I mean, that's, when you post something like that online, people are going to make comments like that. People weren't making negative comments, so I wasn't deleting any of the comments or anything, but it seemed like you were getting overwhelmed on the post. So I did turn off commenting before you deleted the post. And you deleting the post because you didn't want to deal with the jokes is perfectly fine. That is okay. But when you do post in the group, sometimes people are going to find funny things in the post, and not because they're laughing at you, because something caught them as funny in the post, and they're not doing it to be mean-spirited. I did come in on that post though and wanted to let them know that you were a minor, because I was afraid the conversation was going to get much naughtier. And I was like, y'all, please don't do that. No, but no one did anything that was against the group rules. But again, for your comfort, I turned off the comments, and then you asserted your own boundaries as well and deleted the post. And that is perfectly valid as well. If a post is not going the way you want to go, then you can delete it. So that would be how to handle like that situation. That Alyssa had shared a picture of an artist, and it was a beautiful picture, and it made her feel creepy when she saw it. But the horse's boy parts were exposed, we'll say painted prominently. And several of the commenters were having a little bit of fun with that. And it was off topic, and it was childish, and it was, I mean, not appropriate for church, but I mean, certainly a Facebook conversation like that, I don't know, happens. I want to say, oh, I'm almost done with my ginger tea. Are you laughing at me? You're not allowed to laugh at me.
No,
You're about to be fired.
that's a tick or something.
Odin, I didn't see you right there, my kitty. I thought you were going to show up in the window. You were just napping there. You weren't going to tell me you were there.
No.
Stop.
Now we can talk.
So, okay. So that is one thing, looking for mods. Another thing I really would like feedback on, y'all, from the community here is, again, in the Extra Equestrians group, I wanted to talk about sales posts. I have had a couple of people message me about wanting to do a separate group for sales, and I'm not ready to do that extra work of modding a whole other group. And we do allow sales posts in the group, but people wanted it to be easier to find sales posts. But I've also had complaints about people who are just posting sales posts. Like, they don't post about their horses. They don't post what they're doing with their lives or anything like that. They literally just like, here, buy one, get one off, or this percentage. And again, that technically that's not against the rules, but I just kind of wanted to get feedback on those kind of things, especially some of the sales posts in there aren't even extra. Like, people will just post like regular breeches or regular equestrian attire or jewelry. And, sometimes I'm like, why is this here? But I mean, I guess if somebody wants it, I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts about sales posts in the group? Because I want the reason I allow sales posts in the group is because I want, again, it's about individual makers mostly and small companies, because at this point, Extra Equestrians are mostly small companies it's a cottage industry kind of thing. There's no huge corporations that make all the stuff that we love. We're making it ourselves. And so I want to be able to, for people like that, to showcase, here is an entire tax set I made. It cost $400. It took me a week to make, so it's for sale. I want things like that to be available in the group. But so I don't want to restrict the sales posts necessarily. I don't know. It was annoying and dumb. Oh, I like how you did it when it first started out, setting a day or a few weeks solely for sales and advertising promotion. Yeah, the thing is, I kept forgetting to do that. Like, I'd be like, oh, Sunday sales day or Saturday sales day or whatever. And I'd forget to do the post on Saturday because I'm a mess. But you know what? That may be another thing we talked about doing, Taylor and anybody else who would like to offer feedback, was encouraging people to tag a post, like hashtag sales post or hashtag sales. That way, if someone is looking to shop in the group and wants to see what people are offering, they can just type in hashtag sales and all of those posts will come up. That is one solution.
It's a good idea.
The hashtag, but that requires educating the group. And there's always going to be people who don't pay attention. There's going to be people who don't read posts about rules. There's going to be people who don't know. Of course, again, this is a community that tends to be really good about catching on to what we're doing and really making it happen as in terms of the culture of the group itself. With incentives saying, hey, better chance of your products being seen. Yeah. I love seeing some of the smaller seller stuff. The bigger companies can pay for advertising, right? It's hard for me to know like who's a big company and who's not. I think that's one reason I want to start that I've really been doing some research into like different small companies, especially people who post often in the group or who are particularly active in the group. I really want to do more research on them and be able to promote them more and then sort of figure out how to know who the big sellers are. Now, this is why I have the 3 entry questions and do you agree to the rules? Y'all don't know how many sellers and spammers I turn down. There are people who come in and their answers to the groups are like, what makes you an extra equestrian? And they're like, horses. And then how did you find our group? And their answer is suggested. And then it's, what are your favorite fandoms? IDK. And then they agree to the rules. And so I go and look at their page and it's all high-end tag sales posts. Like every single public post is a high-end tag sale with like affiliate codes and get your off or whatever. Or I go and it's not the high-end stuff. I go and it's someone who is like desperately selling everything. There's like all these sales posts, all their secondhand tag, all the selling it. It's just, I'm like, oh my God. Please no. Or it'll be like a name that I don't even recognize. Like sometimes it's in a language I don't even recognize. And the answers are okay, okay, okay. And I agree. And so I click on the profile and it's like sunglasses and shoes and like stuff, like all sales posts for stuff like that. And I'm like, no. So I've been doing my best to keep like hard people who are just there to mine the group for money. Like, we don't really need, thanks, but we don't need you here. I really want this to be us sharing. I'd rather someone share a post of their ordinary day with their horses than someone trying to say that like purple breeches are extra and here's a code for my affiliate, whatever. Does that make sense? I like the hashtag idea, and you can pin a post about it at the top for as long. Yes, I use the announcements a lot. Like if I want people to see it, I'll put an announcement up, like, and leave it up. And then send it, yes. So yeah, maybe hashtag posts. And maybe if the hashtag thing doesn't work, we can go to something else. I don't know. Again, I don't want to stop doing it. There are a lot of there's a lot of groups that don't allow sales or promotions or like self-promotion. But one of the reasons I wanted this group is so that we can promote ourselves. that we can show each other, hey, this is what I'm creating. This is what I do. Like some of the people, like Nadine and Ripley, who post in the group all the time, she does photo editing. So she's posting all the pictures that she's edited of her and her horse. And I just love that. We've got Amy, who crochets from Amy's Awesome Afghans. And she'll post the horse hats that she makes and the unicorns and all the stuff like that. That's what I'm into. That's why we're all here. And if you don't make stuff, when you post like, oh my God, you guys, my new rainbow stirrups just came in. I saved up for 3 months to get these. And I'm celebrating with you. I'm like, yes. So that's what I want to encourage more of. But so I'm trying to keep the larger companies out and the more ordinary equestrian companies, I don't know.
Sales and price. Posted cool products.
Mm-hmm. They really brighten up gloomy days. Yeah, the forging stuff is cool. Honestly, we do have more farriers in the group. And every time you post something, like that's how you'll find the farriers pretty easily. That way he'll post like a forge thing and somebody will be like, oh, is that a blah, blah, blah or something like that. And I'm like, found the farrier. All right, y'all. I'm just about out of my ginger tea. We got to do a giveaway. It's 4:39. I think we're there now. Hang on. Oh, the next part was supposed to be the check-in, but I've been kind of checking in with you guys as we've been going. Oh, we need to talk about, we're going to talk about our topic, but we're going to do giveaways like interspersed. Let's do that. Because I've got 3 things to give away. I got 3 things to give away. And so let's go ahead and start taking names and then we'll start our topic. That's a good idea. Let's take names and then our topic. The first thing that we are going to draw for is the t-shirt. And so you guys, let me take a few minutes. If you're in the chat, I've got a bunch of people in the chat right now. Hang on. A bunch of people in the chat right now. So you guys, if you are here in the chat and you would like to have an extra Equestrians t-shirt, let me know. And I will write your name down on the piece of notebook paper with my pencil, like a good little girl. And then I've got my scissors. We're going to like cut out names. Trish needs a shirt. She needs one. My girl. I got that name in there. Trish. Also, there's other colors than black. I always get black because I wear black everything. You would think I would wear more bright colors, but I really don't. My mother always says, Shayl, you need to wear more bright colors. I'm like, but she hates my hair. Hates my hair. But she loves it when I wear bright colors. Riversong Farms.
Is okay. Like Dr. Who.
Emily Roberts. Are you in the Extra Questions group? Do I know that name, Emily?
Is that a Doctor Who reference?
Riversong Farms? It probably sounds like it is. Yeah, Emily, is Riversong Farms a Doctor Who reference, or do you just have?
We want to know.
I don't know. Yeah. The Whovians in the room need to know. Does she think you're a spring? Wait, what? I'm going to put Emily Roberts, but I'm also going to put Riversong in there because I probably...
Yes, totally Doctor Who. Her husband does a Doctor Who mock puppet.
Yes, actually, if you type something, so they've got the blue name over there.
Weird.
My husband, yes, you're warned. It's very weird. But my husband has a YouTube channel. It's got what, like 6 videos on it now, or 10 videos?
Yeah, 7 videos.
So like every once in a while, he's a puppeteer. So every once in a while, he'll make these bizarre Doctor Who parody videos with puppets. So you have been warned. You can click on the door to my realm when he comments here and go check it out for your colors. Yeah. I've always kind of been a winter. My mom is a fall. I can't believe I feel like it's the 80s. We're talking about seasonal color palettes. I will totally watch a weird Doctor Who puppet show. You sound like our kind of people. Emily, yes, I know that name. There's like a bunch of Emilys in there. There's like a bunch of Emilys and a bunch of Amy's. There's a couple other names that when they pop up, I'm like, oh, which one is this? Y'all, please forgive me. I will probably remember you more by River Song Farms. Dr. What Now? Yes. Super old thing. Yes. Oh, Lauren, no, I'm saying I remember that. I remember my mother actually had, this is how old I am, was it the 70s? I think it was the 70s. My mother had one of those reps come to her house. Y'all, this was a thing in the 70s because we didn't have the internet. The thing was like, what is your color palette? And each season had like a palette of colors. And winter was like all jewel tones. And I think spring was all pastels. And fall was all like, the browns and reds and rusty colors and things like that. So, and depending on your like skin tone and skin type and things like that, you were a different season. Well, because they didn't have internet quizzes back then, there was an actual person who would be trained. I don't know who trained these people, who trained as a consultant. And she would come with her book. She had a whole little booklet of all these color swatches, and she would hold them up to your face. She would hold them up to your face. And she would go through all of these, and she would determine your color palette and what season you are based on, and the perfect color of yellow for like each person. And I remember being home and watching her sit on the couch with my mom and like holding up these swatches. I was really little. Just posted about the no more buying stupid things and then bought magic hats. Oh, that was you. Yes. I was like, oh, you're my person. Yes. She made a post. She promised herself she wasn't going to buy any more stupid things. And then she bought like little matching crocheted beanie hats for herself and her horse. I was like, but that's necessary. Like you need that.
An essential.
Thank you. See, he gets it. There's a reason this man has not been kicked to the curb yet.
Yet.
Yeah. There's always a chance. Lauren says, when I was a teenager, my dad wanted me to get my colors done because he hated the way I dressed. And I had no idea what he was talking about. That's terrible. My parents used to get on to me about my dressing too. And honestly, what a horrible thing to do to a teenager. Like teenagers are awkward enough. Like you're trying to find your own style. You're trying to find the way you express your image to the world. And then your parents are like, what are you wearing? I couldn't handle it. I think maybe that's why I started going to all black, because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. Anything I wore, somebody had something to say about it. So we're just going to wear all black. I went full Johnny Cash when I was like 16. My husband heard you say River Song Farm several times, and he's so excited I'm famous now. Oh, are you on Instagram too? And is this like a YouTube channel? Am I subscribed to you? And like I don't even know it? I'll be so embarrassed. I'm going to check that afterwards. Maybe it was the Avon lady. I remember the Avon lady too. Like actually ding dong, ring your doorbell, come to your house and get let in. Kids in the pandemic are like, oh, someone rang your doorbell and you let them in? Wait, so far all I have is Trish and Emily or River Song Farms for the t-shirt. Anybody else in for the t-shirt? Teens do have it rough. Like Lauren, do you need an extra equestrians t-shirt? Who else is watching right now? Taylor, Zadel. Y'all let me know. I got Trish in here. Oh, Taylor said yes. I got Taylor. Hang on. Scott, you need to let me know who's in.
I missed no.
Taylor said she was in. You can tell me about that?
Oh, yeah, yes.
He's so fired.
I know. On probation. Double secret probation.
I'm going to show that. This is my YouTube channel. River Song
Stats.
IG. Okay, I'm gonna do some following. I'm doing some following.
Madeline, just I have to do jobs
Lauren.
still.
LK Stats is Lauren.
Oh,
well, no, but do you know Lauren?
Yeah.
From historic Savannah.
Nice.
Carriage.
Yeah.
Tours. Lauren S.
Sweet.
No, thank you. I have to go. Thank you for being here, Zadel. Oh, I know. Yeah, if you don't see them like on a carriage driving a horse, you're like, who is that? I don't know the name. Agree that you should let your kids have your own style. My 5-year-old daughter's so extra and I love it. Nothing matches and everything glitters. My son was like that. Like nowadays he's all heavy metal t-shirts and, sweatpants. But when he was like 5, he wanted his nails painted. He wanted glittery things. He wanted everything rainbow and hot pink. You remember that? Like everything pink and stuff. Speaking of pink, my cheeks are pink and I'm starting to feel warm with the lights. But my mother was concerned, but I was like, he's 5. He can do whatever he wants. And he played with it and experimented with things like that for a while. And then he went on to the next thing and it was no big deal. So, and even if he had decided to want glitter and pink for the rest of his life, that would also be no big deal, you know? So Trish, Emily, Taylor, and Lauren.
Dream
Equine. Hi. What did I miss? Oh, we have been chatting, child. The channel has been demonetized, long story short. So I don't have channel members anymore, but I still have a Patreon that you can join. That's in the description box below. Let's see, what else do we cover? Oh, we had a plaid horse article mentioning the extra equestrians. So I think you can see that on the plaidhorse.com. We've been talking about what we're doing coming up, and we're about to do a giveaway. I am giving away, where did I throw my shirt? Oh, Lord, what did I do? Is it under a cat? It's under a cat. Wow. First, we're doing 3 different giveaways tonight. First is for an extra equestrians t-shirt.
Extra cat hairs are free.
Yes, because here at Unicorn and Centaur, I make videos for extra equestrians. Everyday magic for extra equestrians. Of course, you get it in the color and the style that you choose. So, down for the Patreon. There should be a link to the Patreon down in the description box below. And yes. And there was a blooper video just dropped today. I am not wearing this blush, y'all. Honestly, I'm just feeling extra warm. Taylor said Scott can't be slacking. Did you meet Taylor? Taylor, do you know Scott? Did you meet him downtown on the... Taylor used to drive for the Royal Bike, the yellow shirt petticoats.
I knew some of this.
Blonde, cute, usually wore a tutu. That was Taylor. If you met her, like if you saw her, you'd be like, oh yeah.
I think possibly, yeah.
So yeah, we are about to we were going to discuss a topic. Gosh, it's already 4:50. Yay. We can go over an hour. I'm dumb and I don't know how to YouTube. We met at the barn a few times with Becca. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's been so long.
Didn't really see Scott driving. Yeah, it's been a long time. Okay, a topic. We actually do have a topic. I wanted to at least briefly go into that. With Valentine's Day coming up, I wanted to do a topic that was kind of about love, but I mean, like, we all love horses. We all do. Even if you're not an equestrian and you follow my channel, you probably like horses at least. So I wanted to do a love topic, but there have been a couple of posts, not just in the Extra Equestrians group, but in a couple of other equestrian groups that I've seen in the last month or so. There have been people talking about losing their love for riding and how upsetting this is to them. How, like, it's not that they don't love horses anymore, but you know, that feeling where you get up and you can't wait to go ride, that they don't have that anymore. And it's distressing to them. They want to know if they're okay. They want to know do they take a break? Do they push through it? And I thought the live chat might be a great place if anyone has a story to share, because I've been through this in little ways. Like, there have been days where I struggle with depression and 2 different kinds of anxiety. So there are days when I do struggle with wanting to do the work I need to do with my horses and being able to do the work I need to do with my horses. But that's different than like completely falling out of love with riding. I've known quite a few people who have done that. And so I just wanted to know, is there anyone else in the chat who has had experience with this? Did you work through it? Or maybe you still love horses, but you don't ride anymore and you don't miss it. And you're like, no, I just watch videos now. Thanks. I don't know.
Autism Centaur.
I haven't did.
Sponsoring a YouTuber.
Oh, you mean like me sponsoring a YouTuber?
I think she means it like for a Patreon, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I am having this experience, especially after my horse accident. Yes, one of the posts I saw, it happened after a fall. Like, they didn't want to get back on. Now, this happened when my son was small. He wanted to ride horses. We had lessons. He took lessons and he rode. He was doing walk and trot. The first day he cantered, he was over the moon. He was so proud of himself. But after a couple of hard falls, the shine was off that penny. Like, he didn't want to. He still loves the horses, and Artex absolutely adores him. And he'll go out, he'll play with them, he'll groom them with me, he'll pet them and give them treats and stuff. And he absolutely loves them, but he is not interested in riding anymore. He's not interested in that part of it. And I haven't pushed it. I think there's different kinds of people that experience this. Like there's people who are getting into horses, and once they experience those first few hard falls, or once they experience the first few times where you do all the hard work but don't get the reward, like on a rainy day when you still have to do all the chores and clean all the stalls but nobody gets to ride, when you experience that enough, there are some people that are just like, you know what, why am I here? Like I'm gonna opt out. I don't need this in my life. This is dangerous. This hurts. This is dumb. Like not that they hate horses, but they realize they're not equestrians like that. They're not hardcore into it like that. But I think there are others who really are the heart and soul equestrians that do experience this from time to time. And it is possible for you, even if you are an equestrian to your soul, to your core, it is possible for you to fall away from that love, either temporarily or permanently. And I don't think it makes you less of an equestrian. Does that make sense? Let's see. Window kitty. Oh, we got a window kitty, right? There's Cherry Blossom. I was wondering where she was earlier. Sometimes you just need a break. I have had breaks several times in my life, either due to financial reasons or due to school, but there have been years that I didn't ride and I did not have access to horses. But with me, it wasn't because I didn't want to or had anxiety about it or, was afraid or had resistance. It was because I couldn't at the time. Used to be very passionate about creative writing, falling out of love with it. Yes. Sometimes I'm sad that I don't write. Yeah. I get that. I don't think I've ridden a horse since I fell off a colt about 10 years ago. I love snuggling them and getting kisses and hugs. I haven't tried riding again. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, honestly. If you decide to try to ride again one day, great. And if you don't, I don't think anyone should ever no one should ever feel bad about that. But I know, if horses have been your thing I can't imagine, spending my entire life and then suddenly, just not wanting to have horses. That must be, that would be traumatizing for me. In the future, it doesn't fit my life right now. Yeah. Yeah. Seeing this and hearing this uneducated makes me proud not to be American. Glad I'm in from England. Aw, well, good for you, Ben. That's awesome. He's from England, bless him. Well, we're talking about falling out of love with horses. I don't know if you have horses. When I fall off a horse, please leave. When I fall off a horse, I do experience a lot of anxiety afterwards. Do what?
Ben Griffiths. What's the?
Oh, some rando who came in.
I
don't know. You can leave him there. He's not bothering me. If he's bothering everybody else, you can delete it. Just a rando with an opinion, and YouTube lets him put it on here. I was gonna bless his heart, but I thought Lauren had that for me. After I do fall off, which I haven't done in a while, oh my God, knock on wood. After I have a fall off of a horse, the next time I get on, not just that time, you get right back on and you do your thing, but the next time I go to the barn, I'm always and I have that moment of, do I really want to do this? And usually I push through and everything is fine. There you go. Let's see. Oh, Scott took care of it.
Snap.
Yeah, there was a moment that I thought I was going to lose my horse, and bless his heart. There you go. Emily got him for us. Bless his heart. Between Emily and Scott, we had the bless his heart on one side, and then the I don't know.
To the door.
Yeah. I don't mind when people, like I said, there are people who come on random live streams just to get a rise out of people.
Right. It was so out of it had nothing to do with the price of bread.
Well, somebody else did that earlier in the live stream.
What does that have to do with anything that was just said?
Right. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, there are millions of channels on YouTube. You do not have to watch me right now. You don't have to be here. It's okay. Like, if you like it here, like, there's a little thumbs up button down there. You can click. You can continue watching me. That's great. But you don't have to. It's all right. This ain't for everybody, sis. I had to replay that Bless His Heart and I completely died. I love blessing people's heart. It's my superpower. Aw, it's hard to have those fears, Autism Centaur. Sometimes my fears are about things that, could happen. And sometimes my fears are about things that couldn't really happen, or I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's okay to, my point in, I guess, bringing all this up, if you're watching this, if you are or have ever been at the point where you fell out of love with horses, I don't think there's anything wrong with you. Now, again, I am not a professional. And obviously some people who have been watching the live stream tonight think I'm uneducated, but I think you're okay. Push through it if you want to. Stay away from horses forever if you want to. Either way, I'm here for you, doing what you got to do to live your best life. Oh, okay. I need some more to drink and my ginger tea is gone. So I've got my emergency backup lemonade and a mason jar. Okay. So let me cut out my name. So far, okay, let's do the shirt giveaway. Anybody else wants a t-shirt? You better let me know right now. Because we're about to put some names. Scott, let me know. Get on that phone, son. Milk. You're drinking milk? So random. So if people want to be in the drawing, so far I have Trish, River Song Farms.
Ella.
Who? Ella here. All right, I got an Ella. Ella. You've been lurking, Ella. Thank you for speaking up. I got an Ella right here. Going in the hat. Anybody else want to be in the drawing for an extra Equestrians t-shirt? Your choice of size and color. And if we are not connected on any other platform, if you win this, then you can email me and after the live stream. And I will get with you on your address and what size you want. Deanna's here.
I think she wants to
join at the perfect time. Yes, Deanna. We still have 2 more things to give away. Oh my God. I gotta get on this. It is 5 o'clock. Okay, Deanna. Okay, I've got Ella and Deanna. I'm about to fold these up and put these in the unicorn shower cap. I don't have a unicorn hat right now. I have a unicorn shower cap. And when I got it down to, I was getting ready for the live stream, I got my unicorn shower cap down and it was like still damp from my bath last night. That was such a mess. Okay. Scott, let me know if anybody else wants in while I'm doing this. You better be watching. Okay. Now, after we do the t-shirt giveaway, I can leave your name in the drawing for the others. We're also going to do a coffee cozy and a $25 OPAWS gift certificate. I'm so excited about that one. $25 can actually get you enough product to fully coat a horse's mane and tail, I believe. So, like if you want to buy dye, but they also have chalks and powders and pastes and things like that. All right, here we go. We're going to do the t-shirt now, okay? Here we go, everybody. Are you ready? Are we all ready? Shaking up all the names. I'm shaking up all the names. Anybody who's in after now is just going to have to go to the next drawing. So who have we got here? Lauren. Da, 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 da. Hang on there. Da, 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 da. Lauren wins the t-shirt. I don't have music, so this is what you get. Lauren wins the t-shirt. Congrats, Lauren. Woo. I'm going to get that to you, girl.
I was being Lauren there. I know.
You were?
Yeah.
She probably wooed, so that was good.
She did. She wrote.
Yeah, woo. Okay. I need to keep OPAWS a secret from my daughter. Oh. Yeah. It's fun, though, and the colors last a really long time. Honestly, if you have a kid, well, if you have a light maned horse, the semi-permanent dyes and stuff last a long time. With darker manes and stuff, like if you're using hair chalk or the hair paste, those are wash out and more temporary, but fun. It's so fun to see your horse with colored mane and tail. Honestly, it's magical. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay. So we also have our next giveaway is going to be for a coffee cozy. Now, if you did not need a t-shirt, but you're like, yeah, I want one of those things for my beverage. Girl, I made these with my hot little hands. So these are coffee cozies. They are beverage sleeves, warm beverage sleeves. They fit takeout coffee cups, and they are meant to be used in place of your paper sleeve. You can tell them, I don't need a paper sleeve for my grande beverage. And you can tell your barista, just pop it in there, my lad.
Do you have a personal barista?
No. Well, you.
You're the one. I am your personal
You're the one,
barista.
right? You're the one.
Dang it, I'm a barista.
You're the one that sets up the coffee pot.
I'm a barista.
I thought that was the setup. You wanted some recognition. Here's the attention you ordered.
I don't know how you're turning this around.
Here's another one with the little green one. All right, so we're going to do a drawing for a coffee cozy. Or if you don't want the coffee cozy, if you're like, I'll take your name out of the hat. That's fine. So I've got my little coffee cozies. Who wants one? Who wants one? I'm going to read off the names that I have and put them back in the hat just for show. I got River Song Farms, Deanna. There's Ella and Taylor.
Do they work with coffee mugs too?
Not like a mug like this, because they're not open. They need to slide onto the bottom of something. So it doesn't have like a button. I need to make ones that like buttons so you can use them around this kind of mug. So if it's a mug that doesn't have a handle, yeah. Like we have a mug that's like really tall and long and has the handle up at the top. Trish, I also have your name in here for the coffee cozy. It's more for takeout cups, which like I make these because they're easy to make and they're fun to make. And I think they're really cool, but I don't really use them.
Deanna will pass on this.
They'll pass.
She's not a coffee drinker.
She is not. Well, I won't delete her from my life completely, even though I'm going to forget I know that about you.
It's a giving moment. She's feeling generous by making sure someone who deserves it.
Because you know what, y'all? There's a good chance now there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 names, unless in the next minute or so somebody else decides they need a coffee cozy. You know, I do that. I don't want to risk taking it from someone who would love it more. I do that too. Like if I've like gotten things as presents that I feel like somebody else needs this. Like, not that I don't appreciate the gift, but like, I'm not your target market. I feel that. Dream Equine, do you need to be in the drawing for the coffee cozy?
She's all in.
Was that Dream Equine?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's feeling it.
Feeling it. There you go. Dream Equine. Oh, she said no, thank you.
Taylor has mugs with handles only.
Oh, no. Yeah. See, I need to make ones that can be used on the...
Why do the handles connect on the bottom? Why don't they just come out like a nice little...
Like a little hand... I don't know, because then you have to hold it like this.
No, it can come out long enough. It can go almost to the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you could like put the little coffee thing on top. Why don't you design us a coffee mug?
Done.
You could make a unicorn mug and like the handle is the tail.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. Somebody out there needs to make this product.
A horn sipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a bomb ass mug, right? See? We're feeling it. All right, well, I'm going to draw for the coffee cozy. I'm drawing it. I'm drawing these names. I'm drawing me a name. Drawing me a name.
Not connecting. Thank you, Taylor.
I mean, if you get the coffee cozy, I mean, I have a bunch of them.
Do you know break the handle off for you.
Nice.
Comes off real easy.
I've got Ella's name here. Ella, I can mail you a coffee cozy. And that, I mean, you don't have to drink coffee. You can stop making noises.
It's the worst.
I mean, it could be used for tea or hot cocoa. as well. So hang on, let me
Should
type
have been a horse out.
Unicorn and Centaur at gmail.com. I think I got that correct. Unicorn and Centaur at gmail.com. That is my email. Ella, email me and let me know your mailing address, and I will drop that in an envelope for you with a personal thank you note for joining our live stream. Ella Coffee Cozy. Oh my God, thank you. Do you have those on your Etsy shop? Yes, I do. If you need a coffee cozy and you didn't win one and you're starting to cry right now, take a deep breath. You can click the link to my Etsy store in the description box below. And I do have a bunch of these for sale. So Ella with the coffee cozy. Also, Ella, I'll show you like the links and stuff so you can pick which one you want. So the last thing we're going to give away is our OPAWS $25 gift certificate. This is an online gift certificate. This is an online gift certificate. So it's kind of like a code that you put in, a gift certificate code at OPAWS. So River Song, you may want to definitely be in on this one so you can get something that would be appropriate for your horses. Honestly, like the affiliate code that I have, it's code Unicorn. Let me put that in there. If you're going to just go ahead and buy stuff, code Unicorn, all caps, at checkout at opawz.com. What?
Taylor,
Are you laughing?
King Louis may despise me, but I'll happily join this drawing.
Oh, King Louis is her cat.
Oh.
Actually, Taylor, the OPAWS, like anyone in the chat right now, if you don't own a horse, the OPAWS is specifically formulated for pets that can be bathed. There are 1 or 2 products that can't be used on cats, but most of the products they have, the dyes, the everything else can be used on any animal that can be bathed. If you go to their Facebook page, you'll see you'll see guinea pigs, you'll see, God, I'm trying to remember some rabbits. I've seen rabbits where people have like done creative, colorful grooming on other kinds of pets than just dogs or horses. So this is for the OPAWS products are pretty much for any pet that can be bathed. You can put this stuff on them.
Dream Equine and
can I join the OPAWS? Yeah, Dream Equine.
And
yes.
Deanna too.
Oh, and Deanna. We're gonna put them in there. So I look for coffee.
Oh, and
yes.
Madeline.
And Madeline. Hey, Madeline.
Mm.
So Deanna and Madeline Kate. Madeline Kate. Oh, I got Dream Equine. Yes. And anybody else? I'm going to do it in just a minute or two. So you haven't missed out yet. And again, I love their products. I really do. Our tax is still orange from Halloween.
Backtrack just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Madeline asked if your cheap breeches video still up to date, as far as you know.
The cheap breeches video, yeah. Like as in like the Tough Rider ones, and
she needs a cheap pair to get for her birthday, but
yeah. The Tough Rider ones that are ribbed. If you can afford it, if you can find a sale, get some Pipers. You can still get them for under $100. I think you can probably find them for $50 to $70. And if you can squeeze that much out and maybe get a coupon or a deal, a sale, Pipers, I would say, would be what I would get. Or also try the Iridium ones. Really go for the mid price. But if you don't have those dollars, if all you have is like $30 to $40, and that is honestly the maximum you have to spend on breeches, get the Tough Rider, but get the ribbed ones. Don't get the cotton schoolers. Don't get anything else that Tough Rider offers. Don't get their tights. Those fall apart. Get the ribbed ones because they last a lot longer than all the other Tough Rider brands, like styles. I think that's their best value of all the time. And I've bought a lot of Tough Rider breeches over the years. Those are the ones that have held up the best for me. That would be my recommendation.
Sierra says more Centaur potential.
Oh, I know. I do have a vet appointment with Sunny. Sierra, I don't know if you saw my post from like 2 months ago where Sunny had my centaur horse had a serious leg injury, and I'm still not sure if I'm allowed to ride him anymore. He may be unrideable in the future, in which case my horse Artax will become my new centaur horse, and I'll have to make up a story about why centaurs' butts turn white. I don't know. But I'm going to find out in about 2 or 3 weeks if Sunny's going to be rideable, and we'll talk about. But yeah, I miss the centaur of attention. I have 5 different video scripts that I'm working on already. Like, I'm excited and ready to get back to him. And Sunny's getting super spoiled. Like, all he's done all winter long is just get groomed and have treats, and he's a mess. Message late. What was Jim doing?
Being nasty.
Oh, he was being gross? Yes, that's why you're here. Oh, Jim, I didn't even. Oh, let's. Goodbye, Jim. I didn't even get to see what you typed.
Oh, the kind of thing I might sock him in the jaw for.
Trolls on fire. That's why I wanted Scott to help me. I'm like, he didn't know what he was going to be doing. He's like, people just randomly show up and say gross things. I'm like, yes. Like, you wouldn't believe it. This is these people's whole day. It's just trolling people online. And Sierra with the frowny face. I know. But the good news, Sierra, the good news in terms of Sunny's health is my farrier cannot tell he's had a stifle injury. And he said he can always tell when a horse has had a serious stifle injury because they hold themselves differently when their feet are being trimmed than they normally do. And he said if I hadn't told him, this was a month after the injury, he said if I hadn't told him Sunny had been injured, he would have had no idea. So that to me is very promising. I've already got a script for my comeback, and hopefully that will happen at the end of the month. So fingers crossed. Everybody in the chat who likes the Centaur of Attention videos, me too. And hopefully before the end of February, we're going to have the next installment. Deanna said that was quick, Scott. Good catch. Love it. Will you release some mugs with sassy expressions soon, like your shirts? Aw. I am thinking so. Actually, I have a proposal I need to get to Adriana to talk about the artwork on my t-shirt designs and stuff. I really want to upgrade the artwork on my t-shirts and then the mugs as well. So yes, in the next couple months, there's going to be sort of upgrades to the merch and products and stuff that I offer on Etsy. I will let y'all know. Thanks for looking into them. Funds are still pretty tight. Yeah, most of my money going to help prevent. Oh, good news is they're getting a second extension. Oh, that is good. Casper to y'all. Hello, I just found your channel. Well, hi. I make videos for extra equestrians, weirdos who think that their horses are unicorns. Welcome to the live chat. Things are looking hopeful for them. I hope so, Madeline Kate. Yes, I've shared your GoFundMe. I should share it again. I know how that can be. You know what? For things like breeches, I'm sorry I seem distracted, but for things like breeches, like, I don't know, like put it up on your Facebook, like, hey, here's my PayPal. Who wants to put in $5 for a new pair of breeches? And maybe you can get enough friends to like give you $5 because $5 isn't that much. Honestly, one of the things I do on PayPal is occasionally I will just give friends $5, friends who need something. And I just give them $5 because if you were my friend and you were sitting here with me and you needed gas in your car or you wanted a drink, but you didn't have any money, I would buy it for you. I would get that for you. So online is no different. If my friends are talking about stuff they need online, they're like, man, I need a new pair of breeches. I'm like, well, how much are they? I'll give you $5 towards it. I don't know. I just think, I feel like we need to normalize that more online, like just giving money back and forth with friends when friends need support. Anyway, one more giveaway. We've got to do the giveaway for the Pause Die, and then we're going to put an end to this fantastic live stream. That is actually everything I have on my little schedule for the day. Thank you. So we're going to do our last giveaway. I've got a couple more in here. Anybody else want in for the $25 OPAWS gift certificate? I do. I can still write you down. That's awesome. We all need friends like you. Oh. I always have a thing about centaurs. Me too. My whole life. I used to pretend to be one. You know how little kids, when you're pretending you're a horse and you're doing the thing where you're like cantering. Well, I wasn't pretending to be a horse. I was pretending to be a centaur, and like I could feel my centaur body behind me, like cantering and galloping. Sierra, you're my people. The GoFundMe helped him a lot. Oh, I'm glad.
I had a dragon body behind me.
You had a dragon body? Scott was a dragon. I know that though. So like, yes. Okay. I'm going to do the drawing for the OPAWS. The OPAWS stuff. It's a $25. Check out English Tap Trader. I did an SO post and found 2 pairs. Oh, you know what? That's a great idea to look in the Facebook groups, Madeline, for breeches. You know what? Even post in the Extra Equestrians group. Does anyone have a secondhand pair of breeches in good condition that they'd like to give me? I'll cover shipping. I don't know. Okay, I'm looking down. I'm not supposed to look at the names. We're shaking them up. Do you see River Song was all about dragons?
Yes. I'm responding right now.
All right, here we go. We're about to find out who's winning the OPAWS. I'm not looking down. It's Taylor. Uh-oh, King Louis is about to have a whole new life. I'm so excited. So who's the guy in the back? Are you talking about my background or the guy's voice you can hear? The guy's voice is my husband. That's Scott, and he is our moderator tonight. You see the blue name in the chat, the door to my realm. That's him. He's the one deleting nasty trolls comments and stuff, and occasionally piping in from the background. Okay, Taylor, y'all be prepared for this. Yes. Where do I go to get a fly bonnet pattern? You know what, Kelly? I think, I don't know, at the end of February, the end of March, I have an artist that I am going to try to collab with about this. I get so many requests for a pattern for a fly bonnet, and I've not found one that works really well for me yet. But there is someone, it's Amy's Awesome Afghans, and y'all, if she's in the chat, hi. And if not, I haven't mentioned this to her, but I want to work with her to have a pattern to offer the extra equestrians, because she really just made a beautiful one. If you've not seen her post, she made an absolutely gorgeous ear bonnet. This is far beyond my skills and abilities. So instead of me trying to figure out the ear bonnet and then trying to get the pattern that works and putting it up here and doing it for you guys, I'm gonna cut out that whole middle process and see if I can talk Amy into sharing her pattern with us. And then I can make a video about it and I can make it and make a video about how easy it is to use, hopefully, and to do and to make, and then to offer the pattern to the people. For now, if you're in the Extra Equestrians group on Facebook, there's a link to join down below. If you're in there, you can look up Amy, the ear bonnets, and get an idea of different people's patterns. The patterns I have found so far are on Ravelry.com. Let me write that down here. How did you guys meet? We met on a puppet job. He's laughing already. We met on a puppetry job. We are puppeteers. Which I consider horseback riding kind of like puppeteering. If you've ever been if you're an equestrian who is a puppeteer, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, except the horse is a puppet that has a mind of its own, and you operate it with your hands and your seat instead of just your hands. It's a lot more complicated puppetry, which I think is why probably I took so well to puppetry is because I've been an equestrian. I was like, oh, it's like horses, except the puppets don't think, and I only have to use half the limbs. Like, this is easy. So yes. But we were working for a puppet company, and he was flown in from New Jersey, and I was flown in from Savannah, and we ended up meeting in an airport in Iowa. But we were friends for quite a few years before that, and fellow artists, collaborators. He's in a couple of my live streams, my unicorn horn making live stream. He's been in a couple.
Something piratey.
Do you ever give Scott $5? Scott's going to get $5 tonight.
Yes.
That's usually what I pay Liam when I get him to come to the barn to be my camera person or whatever, or to hold our tags. I'll give my son like five to $10. Hopefully I'll have a dog to share these in the future too. Are you dropping a hint, Taylor? Child? Your picture that I took here. What background do you want me to use to make? Oh, any background you want. I liked the, I mean, a plain background is fine, but I also liked the pink one, I think, that you had on there. I like your choices as an artist. Okay, you guys, it is 5:23. We have been here almost an hour and a half. Again, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Anybody who was one of my channel members, I'm sorry about the YouTube drama and dropping my channel memberships. But you can also join the Patreon for very similar benefits. As a matter of fact, I think there are more benefits from the Patreon. So that is something you can do as well. You can also check out my Etsy store if you did not win anything in the giveaway today. I have coffee cozies and I have t-shirts for sale, like my t-shirt I'm wearing right now. So if you want to like throw some dollars at me, I will not be mad at you at all. I hope everybody has given our little thumbs up here. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would really, really love it if you subscribed, because when the little subscriber number goes up, it has an effect on my mental health. I know it shouldn't, but when the number goes up, I feel happy. So if you're here and you want to give me a little serotonin boost, smash that subscribe button. As for everybody else, the next live stream that we're going to do is the last Sunday in February. It's going to be one more month, but we're also going to do a giveaway. There's going to be a mug giveaway that time. I'm going to have another piece of art or a craft to give away. And there's also going to be a book. Anyway, you'll know more about it by then. Anyway. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you, Scott, for being my lovely moderator. I know I'm looking at the camera when he's actually right there. And thank you, everybody who joined the chat tonight. This was so much fun. We'll do more community chat next time, and we will do more giveaways next time. So until then, please enjoy all of the videos I'm going to make in February. Good night, guys.